Tangal greetings, I am Van Alan Laurente from CSC2 and I will demonstrate the functionality and the flow of our cybersecurity simulator game designed to enhance cybersecurity awareness. To begin, the player is greeted with the main menu, where they can choose from options such as play, options, and quit. Upon clicking the play button, the game transitions to the role selection screen. Here, the player is prompted to select one of the three roles: student, employee, or freelance. Each roles offer a slightly different context in the scenarios to match the real-life digital habits of each user type. Once a role is selected and the player clicks the continue button, the game begins by presenting the player with an interactive scenario. These scenarios simulate common cyber threats such as phishing emails, downloading modded apps, weak password, and social engineering attempts. The player reads the scenario, then chooses one of the available actions. These actions are presented as clickable buttons. Upon selection, the system evaluates and provides instant feedback. These feedback explain why was the choice correct or incorrect. Based on the player's decision and accuracy, the game adapts by adjusting the difficulty level using a weighted random selection algorithm, making future scenarios easier or harder depending on the performance of the player. After completing a series of scenarios, the game proceeds to the results screen. Here, the player can view their score or grade, which reflects their overall performance. This is also calculated based on the number of correct answers, the difficulty of the scenarios, and their response accuracy. Additionally, the results screen offers a personalized feedback, highlighting strengths and areas for improvement, ensuring the players understand the reasoning behind the correct cybersecurity practices. And that concludes the demonstration of our system. Thank you.
The proposed gamified cyber defense simulation, according to our SOP1, SOP2, and the scope of the study, addresses multiple gaps in the previous cybersecurity education and training research by offering an inclusive, interactive, and adaptive learning experience tailored for non-technical users. So, here's the gaps that we breached that made a future of cyber defense simulator based on our SOP1 and scope of the study. Firstly, unlike the existing and traditional tools that are overly complex and designed for individuals with prior IT knowledge, cyber defense is built with accessibility in mind, using a simple interfaces, beginner-friendly roles, and familiar setting to engage students from non-computing backgrounds. For example, their rooms, cafes, and school. So, second, we also move beyond the theory-based learning by immersing the players in a decision-driven simulation, allowing them to apply the cybersecurity concepts they learned in a realistic and an everyday scenarios. So, cyber defense simulator also broadens the scope of the training beyond the common threats like phishing. We incorporate a wide variety of cyber threats such as ransomwares, fake applications, and social engineerings. To maintain the engagement and ensure appropriate challenge levels, the system dynamically adjusts the scenario difficulty through a weighted random selection algorithm based on the performance of the players from the previous simulation. Also, there are an immediate and detailed feedback after each simulation, fostering a better understanding and reflection, bridging the learning gap left by the lack of constructive criticism of the previous and existing tools. Additionally, cyber defense leverages gamification features such as point system and the soon-to-be implemented badges and leaderboards. This is to enhance the motivation and retention of the players. And finally, it personalizes the learning journey by allowing users to choose the roles that match their digital lifestyle, ensuring the content remains relevant and contextually meaningful for them.
SOP question number 2. How should the cyber defense simulator be developed to effectively support gamified cybersecurity learning among non-IT tertiary level students? First, we have the 2.1 where it is realistic and scenario-based simulations. The cyber defense simulation supports realistic scenario-based simulation by using by placing players in interactive cyber threat situations that reflect everyday digital experiences, like designed to be like phishing emails, fake app downloads, or social engineering in social media. Each scenario is designed to be relatable, set in familiar environments such as schools or homes, and requires users to make decisions just like they would in real life. The system adapts the difficulty based on player performance, ensuring simulation stays challenging but manageable. After each round, players receive clear feedbacks explaining their choices and correct actions. This hands-on situational approach helps non-IT students build real-world cybersecurity awareness in a safe, engaging way. Next, we have 2.2 Gamification and Scoring System. The Cyber Defense Simulator uses a gamification and scoring system to keep users engaged and motivated. The player earns points by making correct decisions each simulation, which is each threat scenario containing multiple questions. After every round, scores are calculated and immediate feedback is provided. The game includes features like retries, leaderboards, ranks, badges that reward good decision making and behavior. The elements create a sense of progression and achievement, making the learning experience more enjoyable and encouraging users to actively participate and improve their cybersecurity skills. Lastly, we have the 2.3, where simulator is user-friendly and platform-compatible design. The Cyber Defense Simulator is designed to be user-friendly and accessible especially for non-IT students. It features a simple interface with clear instructions, easy navigation, and guided scenarios that don't require technical knowledge. The game runs smoothly on common devices with low to mid-end specifications, supporting both Android and iOS platforms. It's optimized for 720 pixels display and works well on devices with limited RAM and storage. This ensures that the simulator can be used in typical desktop or mobile learning environments without requiring advanced software or advanced hardware, making it highly accessible and platform compatible.
For SOP3 and SOP4, it is how users experience the cyber defense simulator, how effective it is in boosting their cybersecurity knowledge, engagement, and practical skills. On the other hand, evaluates the simulator's technical performance based on international software quality standards. To answer this, we gather feedback from two groups: the student who used the simulator and IT expert who assessed its technical quality. The Cyber Defense Simulator was also built in accordance with the study scope and limitations. It is tailored for non-IT college students to present a friendly, interactive, and engaging learning environment to improve basic cybersecurity awareness. The simulator combines gamifications with simulation featuring highly realistic threat scenarios like phishing, malware, social engineering, password security, account hijacking, and spurious online scams. These attacks are delivered through scenario-based simulations of the normal digital settings that are recognized by the target users. The game features role selection, adaptive difficulty, decision-making through interaction, and real-time feedback that are all supportive of adult learning theory and responsive to different levels of users' experience. The scoring, leaderboards, badges, and performance assessment are based on gamified learning theory and goal-setting theory, which maintain motivation and goal monitoring. In addition, the simulator adheres to the ethical and technical limitation established in the study. It eschews profanity or psychologically disturbing content, and it is intended to execute on mid to low-end hardware, suitable for pervasive use by schools with constrained technical resources. Although the simulator focuses on behavior and awareness within the game, it does not seek to gauge lasting favor shifts or solve organizational level security issues, remaining within the scope of the design learning goals. In short, every component of the cyber defense simulator, its interface, its simulations of threats, and its learning mechanics was developed to meet the project scopes while adhering to its set constraints, maintaining a safe, realistic, and effective cybersecurity training tool for non-technical learners.